Today we're going to learn about Dale Chihuly, and we're going to create these beautiful tea light holders inspired by his Macchia series. Macchia is Italian for spot. And one day, Dale Chihuly was in his workshop looking at all the various colors of glass that he had on his wall, and he wanted to challenge himself to try to incorporate as many of those colors as possible into one piece. So he added little spots of glass, and the result was something like this, his Macchia bowls that are absolutely beautiful. So we're going to draw inspiration from those to create our own version of Macchia bowls for our tea light holders. So take a look at this video, learn a little bit about glass blowing and Chihuly, and then we'll start our creation. Glass blowing is a technique that involves inflating a bubble of molten glass using a blowpipe. First, the artist dips the blowpipe into the molten glass and picks up some, sort of like honey on a dipper stick. Then the artist blows through the blowpipe to increase the size of the bubble. And from there, it can be pinched and pulled using metal tools to create various shapes. This is Dale Chihuly. Dale Chihuly was born in 1941, and he's a very famous American glass sculptor. He takes glass blowing to a whole new level by creating giant installations made up of individually blown pieces of glass. So let's sit back and relax and take a look at some of his work. So what we're going to need for this project is a white coffee filter, some washable markers, and then some sort of liquid that is going to help create firmness to our coffee filter. So let me show you what I mean. If you notice, this coffee filter is firm to the touch and it's standing up by itself. That's because I used this. This is spray starch. So if you happen to have spray starch at home, it's used in laundry, that would be a wonderful option. Another option is hairspray. So either of these are going to give your Chihuly bowl a longer life because they're going to stand up for longer. You can also simply use water for this. So don't worry if you don't have those at home, we can simply use water. And then you're going to need a cup. And the cup is used to drape the wet coffee filter over so that it dries in the shape of a bowl. So those are the supplies that you're going to need. And then simply what we're going to do is decorate our coffee filters any way you wish. You guys are the artists. You can do any sort of patterns, colors, details, anything at all. You can color the entire thing one color and add polka dots of another, whatever you choose. So I think I'm going to maybe do radiating lines with my cool colors, and then polka dots, I think, because I'm going to do a little nod out to Chihuly's Macchia. So I'm going to do some polka dots on this one. So once I'm done with my designs, the next step is, if you would like, now this is your choice, you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do. If you notice right now, this is sort of a perfect circle. I don't want it to be such a perfect circle. I want it to be more organic and free form. So what I'm gonna do is simply just trim tiny little slivers off. Notice I really don't wanna cut into my coffee filter too much, just around the edges. You can just cut a couple of little pieces off. It just gives it more of a free form, organic shape when your bowl is done. All right, and I'm gonna leave this one just as it is because you guys can choose to do that too, and I want you to see what it looks like. So the next step is to choose which liquid you're going to use. So I'm gonna show you how to do the water method and then show you how to do the spray method too. So for the spray method, it is pretty straightforward. You simply place the coffee filter over the cup, bring it to somewhere like a sink where you can clean it easily. Don't do what Miss Winter does, do it at the table, and then you're simply going to spray. And then notice what happens. The colors are sort of bleeding together, creating this really cool effect. And the coffee filter is beginning to look a little bit translucent, like it's see-through. I'm just going to smooth these down a little bit, and then you are just going to leave this to dry. For the water method, what we're going to do is use a paintbrush. So you're going to drape your coffee filter over the cup, placing it in the center, and I'm going to fold it down. Now, I'm actually going to use my fingers to press in some of those folds because I really want my coffee filter to keep its shape as much as possible. So notice even with folding, it's staying on there. And then to bleed my colors and to give it a little bit more shape, I'm simply going to paint it down onto the cup, like so with water. And do this all the way around, and then you set them aside to dry. Like that. And these can dry within about 6 hours. So you can set it aside to dry, and then by this evening you can put your tea light holder in it. So let me show you what they're like when they're dry. So this is one I did last night, and it is dry now. And you simply take it off the cup, and notice it is standing up by itself perfectly. And then this one I used water. And here we go. We place our tea light in, and there you have it, a beautiful Chihuly inspired Macchia bowl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Please do put them in your windows or outside your front door, and let's do a big shout out to our frontline workers coming home late at night, because we are so grateful for them. So I hope you enjoyed the project, guys. I'll see you next time.